The topic for today is types of research. When we say type, then we need to first understand the typology. Typology, it is the study of developing types on the basis of one or another base. Now, base simply means that, for example, a room is filled with a lot of material. Different types of material are in the room, and you are asked to develop types of the material in the room. Then you can use one or another base, as we said. For example, one person uses the material of the things available in the room. So he will classify the material in the form of category 1, plastic items, iron items, wood items. Now the base is the material itself, but another person comes and he classifies the things as furniture, electronic equipments, and other items of routine usage in the family. So any base can be used to develop the typology or types of anything, any phenomena, but only that base will be used which makes some sense. In research, for example, there is qualitative research versus quantitative research. There is research versus field research. There is academic research versus professional research, and so on. So there are different types based on different bases. For example, qualitative and quantitative research, two types of research is developed on the base, which one? Type of data. Likewise, library and field research tells that these two are based on source of data, sources of data. Academic and professional research refers to the purpose of research. So, in research or in any other subject, when we are developing the types of anything, then we use one or another base to develop the types. But only those bases will be used and only those types will be developed which are needed by the researchers or which are needed by the concerned people. For example, as we use the example that in the room, a lot of material is available, but if it is classified on the basis of the nature of the material like plastic and iron and wood, then it has no meaning for the people. But when you classify it according to the use of the material, then you say that there is furniture, there are electronic equipments, and there is other material. So that classification that it is furniture and these are the electronic instruments, the base is the use of the material. So in social research or in research, qualitative, quantitative research is based only on the types of data. Library and field research says that the sources of data are different. So when the source of data is library, then we call it library research. But when we go for the data collection in the field from the respondents, then we called it field research. We need to understand academic and professional research. We said that the academic and professional research is based on the purpose of the research. Academic researcher, this study aims at training or learning of the researcher. Academic research refers to that study or that research wherein the researcher is not an expert or the researcher is not a professional researcher. Rather, he is a researcher in making. So the purpose of research is to train him in the research methodology. So the title will be academic research. Academic research is not primarily about the real world problems. It is on any topic because the topic is taken as an example, and the researcher is actually required to focus more on the research methodology than on the topic itself. While in professional research, the researchers are well versed and trained in research methodology. Therefore, their purpose is not to learn about the research methodology. Their purpose is not to get education about the research methodology. Rather, they have claimed that they know the research and they have been hired by any organization as a researcher. So over there, he will simply focus on the real world issues. He will address the problems of the organization who is hiring and the issues of the organization where the researcher is working. For example, we discussed it in the previous topic that research is conducted about the problems or the issues. Problems are the research on problems results into cure, while research on issues comes up with projects, plans, and programs to develop, to improve, to take a step further in the existing operations. So we said that this is qualitative and quantitative is a type of research. Library and field research are a type of research, but they are for the sake of understanding and for the sake of classifications. The main types are academic research and professional research. And the students of research must be clear that they are becoming professional researchers, but at the moment whatever they are doing, that is called academic research. And academic research, the purpose is only training and learning of the researcher in research methodology, and any topic can be taken as an example. Now, the qualitative and quantitative research means, as we said before, that keeping in view the type of data, qualitative or quantitative, the research is conducted. Now, qualitative research uses qualitative data, for example, text, pictures, graphs, tables, audio, video, animations, and and numerical numerical qualities. By numerical qualities, I mean that actually, as per experts, the facts and figures are basically qualities, and numbers are the quantitative qualities. So in social research, we also use numbers, but those numbers are not pure numbers in the sense like age or experience or weight. Rather, we use the numbers in the form of codes. We codify the qualities in the topic, and then we collect numerical data and process it through statistical or mathematical methods. And then finally, the same numbers are again converted into quality. So in social research, qualitative data is mostly used, and it includes any type of facts and figures, including all these, and there can be other examples or other types of the same thing as well. Whereas quantitative research is on the numerical data only. In qualitative research, or in particularly social research, we use both qualitative tools as well as quantitative tools. But you should be clear about the fact that in social sciences, the numbers mean doesn't mean numbers. They are actually numerical qualities. As I have said that in the questionnaire, we use 5-point, 7-point, 11-point scales. Now, those scales are actually coding of the qualities. Those scale 1, 2, 3 actually doesn't refer to the numbers of 1, 2, 3. Rather, it refers to, or it presents the levels of agreement and disagreement of the research of the respondent with the scale given in the questionnaire. But in quantitative research, in qualitative research, we can use tables filled with numbers. We can use numbers in different forms, but what will not happen is the processing. In qualitative research, when we are using numerical data, then we do numerical processing, but afterwards we convert the results into qualities. But in quantitative research, numerical data and numerical processing, like use of equations to answer the research questions. So the difference between qualitative and quantitative research in social sciences is simply that quantitative research in social research is supplementary. Quantitative research will never ever tell the whole story of a social research project. It will be used as a supplement to the basic and broader qualitative research and research tools. Library and field study. The main point in library and field study is that library research uses existing research, existing facts and figures that are available in the library. It is also called, library research is also called desk research. that are available in the library. Therefore, it is also called secondary data and research. Both research is secondary and the data is also secondary. So library research simply means that whatever knowledge, facts and figures, information, whatever form that is available in the library, we go there and we pick the relevant books, relevant papers, relevant databases, we contact the relevant databases and thereby collect the facts and figures regarding any selected topic. But in the field study, as the title shows, when researcher contacts the respondents. Now, who are the respondents? Actually, respondents are who are the stakeholders of research of a project. Every student has a project, but the student actually the student actually aims at learning the research methodology. So it doesn't matter which topic he is working on or she is working on, but the field study will be in the sense that the researcher will contact the respondents who are included in the sample of the study. In other words, the topic or the issue the researcher is addressing belongs to these people. So if library field study is conducted at two levels. First, when the student is developing the project, development of the project requires existing research as well as field study, in the sense that if the existing research library material is not enough to develop the project, then the researcher will conduct a mini field study, and that is called pilot study. And pilot study means that you go to the stakeholders of the research you are conducting and tell them that according to the library, according to the existing literature, these are the variables, or these are the items, or these are the connections between the variables as per existing research. Whether you believe in it, whether you agree with this or not, if they come up with new ideas, they say that these are the variables, that there are two or three more variables, more two or three more aspects which is not included in your theoretical framework. So if they suggest something new, something logical, something related that was not explored in the library, then the mini field study will help the researcher in developing the projects. Second, field study is conducted by the social researchers in the main study. So that most of the time from the library research or the literature review, we develop hypothesis and then we test the hypothesis through field study. So library and field study simply means that in library research, we base our all the efforts on the existing knowledge, while in the field study we go for the facts and figures from the real world people, are not the scholars, rather the respondents. Library research is by the scholars. The things available in the library are by the people who are professionals, not the simply academic researchers, rather they are professionals. But sometimes the topic is so broad that the existing research, are the topic is, for example, new. The research on information technology is new, and it is not at the moment, it is not clear that whether all the issues in the application of computer technology, they are available in the books and the library papers and in other records, they are available. No. So why? Because the new technology actually is becomes something like a challenge for the new learners. So library field study will only be conducted when the library research is not helping you at the level of project development and then at the level of main study. I shall close my discussion on this types of research by the final note that types of research are many, but only those types are developed, are created, which have some meaning or message for the researcher and other related community. As for example, qualitative and quantitative, actually there is no difference, or they are making no sense, in the sense that the researcher has to use triangulation. Triangulation means using researcher uses triangulation. Triangulation in social research simply means that the researcher has to contact all the available and possible resources to collect relevant facts and figures about the topic. Triangulation, on the face of it, it says that there are three dimensions, but actually it is referring to the 3D view. 3D view. 3D view means that scientifically, if you need to cover a particular place through video audio recording, video recording particularly, or taking the pictures, then you need three cameras only. There is no need of more than three. I will explain it scientifically afterwards. So 3D view means that when you use three cameras to capture a particular place, then you don't need fourth one. Three cameras always work like this. That is why triangulation, the word triangulation is used, that the researcher has to proceed in a 3D mannerism. 3D mannerism simply means that if you use scientifically three cameras, then it can cover the whole building. For example, here is a building, and these three cameras will be so fixed that every aspect of the building will be covered. So 3D technology or 3D view or triangulation. So triangulation means that the researcher has to look for the relevant facts and figures wherever they are available, in the library, in the field, online, offline, wherever they are, he will go there. So these types are used at different levels. Qualitative, quantitative will be used at the level that the researcher will mention in his project that my study is qualitative or quantitative. If it is qualitative, then whether you are using quantitative data or not, so you will mention over there. As we said, that in social research or qualitative research, quantitative research is also used as a numerical quality, not as a numerical data. Numerical, pure quantitative research will be one where processing is undertaken not qualitatively, rather quantitatively. You use the statistics and mathematics and other numerical tools and techniques to test the hypothesis, to answer the research questions. So in social research, if this is done, that we use numerical analysis as well, it is called supplementary research. So in social research, the role of quantitative analysis is supplementary. There is no qualitative research which is purely on quantitative basis. Quantitative research is not social research, right? But quantitative research can be the part of the social research as a supplement. I think that is enough for the types of research.